And now, on with the show.
TOS, today on stream,
the Twitch news guy.
News on what the fuck's going on in our sphere.
The source for streamer Twitch information.
Your go-to person for Twitch news.
He does Twitch news.
All of the Twitch news, anything that has to do with like streaming.
The best news on Twitch, you can get it from Zach's stream.
Fantastic informational streams about everything and anything Twitch.
The go-to for everything Twitch.
And he literally actually cares about the Twitch community.
I like to call him the Adrian Wojnarowski of Twitch.
The best Twitch news on Twitch. You're that guy that knows everything about Twitch.
You guys want to know what's going on with Twitch and what's coming on in the future, stuff like this. That's the man you want to follow, and that's the man you want to watch.
Best place to get Twitch news, period.
The Twitch news extraordinaire.
Zach Bussey, best Twitch journalist to ever do it.
Indeed.
It's funny, I get most of my Twitch news from Zach.
I mean, if you ask me, he's more attractive than Devin Nash or that Slosher guy.
Oh, it's Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey.
Oh, man.
Broadcasting live around the world from the TOS.GG studio, please welcome the host of Today on Stream, Zach Bussey.
Hello everybody, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing? Welcome in, nice to have you here. Guys, we have a great show planned for today because we're going to be talking about the new promotion that appears on every single channel as TCAN is finding out. If you guys don't already know, there's a Apple promotion going on right now. We also have to talk about Amazon and Twitch and the dire financial situation that Twitch finds themselves in, and what that may mean next. A Twitch viewer, not a Twitch viewer of this stream, I don't think, is $50K in debt from watching Twitch. And we have so many other things to do as well. So, man, there's a brand new app, 13 years of YouTube knowledge. We gotta watch Twitch's anniversary party. Oh dear, there's just so many things to do. But hi everybody, welcome in. How are you? How are you? Darth Roney, thanks so much for the 5 stream streak. Steve Campus for the 3 stream streak. Matrixes, thank you very much for the 35 stream streak. Is my mic peaking, by the way? I feel like it is. And Reg, thanks so much for the 75 stream streak. That is true. There is no salty there yet. There is no salty there yet. We'll get to it eventually. We'll get to it eventually. But hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me switch over to the main scene so you can see what I'm looking at because I am streaming in multiple different places, and so different people are different places, and so we can all see together where everybody is and say hello. Hi, Reg. Hi, Slashy. Hi, Dimitri. Hi, DCams. Hi, Storm Chaser. Hi, Growly Bear. Hi, Sasha. I now know something. Also, Twitch, I have set the Apple rewards to never show. Again, yes, there it is. I guess it's channel specific. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, they do that with a lot of things on Twitch, especially if it is a channel specific promotion. Or not channel specific, but is available generally across all channels. Yeah, they tend to do that. Hi, Singletary. Hi, Darth Roney. Hi, Growly Bear. Growly Bear's on the alt channel, as delineated by this little a border here. If any consolation was asleep during lunch today, I'm still dead. Hi, Darth Roney. Darth Roney, was the convention good? Did you enjoy? Hi, Sage. Welcome in. Cult leader. Hello. Zach was busy. It was today, this week. What? What was today? What was it? What? Who? Huh? Zach needs to change his schedule tab on Twitch. Probably do, yeah. This is a new banner for Apple TV. It has a dismiss box option. Yes, it should. It should. Hi, Bionic Banny. How are you? Hi, Brindy. Welcome in. Zach should be exempt from the time zone so no one misses a stream. Agreed. Hi, Pete. Welcome in. Pete, you can't double dip. You can't double dip. You can't do a double dip. I'm getting promotion on this stream right now, as you should. Hi, PS Witch. How are you? Still haven't updated the model list and screen. Mike sounds good. Can we get a poll on how much they're going to cover on stream today? Well, hi, Salty. Lost a streak because I had to do something silly like sleep. Yeah, that's understandable.
A new subscriber.
That's understandable. It happens. Just get your promotion here for free if you live in Europe and sub on tos.gg. #ad. Oh yeah, that's cheap. That's just pressing a button. Can I claim? Redeem. Do I just need a VPN? Oh, it generates a code for you and everything. PHPNYFKHHAPH. Huh. Well, there you go. Pretty good deal. It was really good. Besides the Deadpool and a Wolverine screening in Hall H that caused an almost riot. Why an almost riot? And I almost wanted a fancy background color on screen. That's fair. Hi, London. London, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Welcome in. Welcome. I was told we could double dip. No double dipping. No double dipping. Nope. We don't do that. Nope. No. You can't do a trip. No. Stop, guys. Hi, Say Sarah. Hi, Francesco. Hi, Illusion. Hi, Wex Text. Hi, Alice K Study. How are you? Double dip chip. Gosh dang. If you're going to double dip on the YouTube channel, at least leave a like, because you need to have likes on that. That is just the price that you pay for double dipping or triple dipping. Not triple, but makes me feel nice. Double dip chip me likey. All right. Okay. Well, let's just jump into it. Actually, I haven't even seen the promotion tab yet. I have not been on Twitch today. That's a lie. I have been on Twitch today, but I have not been on since the promotion launched. Hi, Legit Black Chick. How are you? Wait, that's a new thing. I've never seen that before. I got a thing here. Lord Blackart just continued their sub from Prime Gift to Tier 1. That's new wording. That is new wording. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the 15 stream streak from, say, Sarah, and an 80 stream streak from Legit Black Chick. God damn. Thank you very much, both of you, but especially Legit Black Chick, for an 80 stream streak. That's way more than Slashy ever has. Converted from a Prime to a Tier 1? Ah, I see. So that's interesting then. It's different wording here. I'm sorry, Slashy. I'm sorry. Hi, Violet. 80 stream streak. I know, Violet. I know. I thought we were not being dicks anymore. I'm not. That's just the reality. That's not me being a dick. It just said continue your sub, and I was like, I do it manual. Got it. I've seen 150 stream streak, another stream. That's crazy. Hi, you were found. How are you? You can't double dip. You guys have to stop double dipping. Brindy, I've already said hello to you. I can't say hello to you again. That's not how this works. Accept your door cover charge. Thank you. Yes, I do appreciate it. Not my stream streak being ignored. I caught up. I caught it. There's a lot going on right now. Rewards enable on channel. Subscribe to earn rewards. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting a subscription to Zach Bussey 2's channel. So that's actually fascinating that the promotion exists on a channel that is unmonetized. Hi, Huck Patoy. How are you? Hi, Julie. Hi, Goof. I'm acknowledging.
Did your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically for you?
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering the question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and I'll fix it.
Oopsie, edge case discovered. It's not really an edge case. It's 99% of their channels are non-monetized. That's not a edge case. I don't think that's an edge case anyways. It's present on Asmon's alt channel. Yeah, it's a very large edge. Yes, it is. It is the super massive majority. It is literally statistically all. It's an everybody edge case. Statistically, the number of channels that shouldn't have this is all of them compared to the ones that should. That's pretty extreme. All right, cool. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? Oh no. Twitch, what have you done? What have you done? Oh man, they're edging everyone. They're edging everyone. Hi Cradmosh, how are you? You can't double dip Cradmosh. Cradmosh, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that unless you leave a like on the YouTube channel. It's a very large egg. Wait, why do you mean you got robbed? I did fix the ads. What do you mean, Darthroni? It ran. It ran. It ran. Hi Ravdos, how are you? Welcome in. It's super edging. I see another community channel. We edging. Does Sully Gnome show you 99% unmonetized viewers on unmonetized and views on unmonetized? It doesn't show them directly, but I've extrapolated that before, and it works out to about 4 to 5%, 4 to 6% of total views are on non-monetized channels, and I bet a significant portion of that is just on Asmongold's. I wonder if there are other people who discovered this channel before the main one. There definitely is. There definitely is a couple people who have followed and have watched that channel before they knew about the main one. So it's not impossible. Anyways, yes, that promotion, that promotion is in fact tied to subscriptions. And so that's funny if you're not aware, or if you're a YouTube viewer, because in order to be able to get this promotion, you have to be able to subscribe or gift a sub to a channel, and non-monetized community channels don't have subs. They don't have subs. So there's no actual way, in the case of the alt channel, to be able to gift to it in order to claim that promotion. So, I'm sorry. Twitch, I love Twitch, obviously. I'm a big fan of Twitch. I want nothing but good things to happen to this platform, other than some bad decisions that they make, and I wish they would stop making them. But it's getting a little sloppy. We're getting a little sloppy. Some sloppy things are happening lately. And I understand, by the way, and we'll get into it in a second, why things may be getting a little bit sloppy, because if, speaking of edge cases, if you feel like you're on the edge of potentially falling off the cliff because the company is kind of not in a great state, then I can understand why you might be putting in 70% work, and those kind of edge cases are occurring. I'm on mobile, on Wi-Fi. It sucks. As you can tell, mobile delay sucks. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I've heard that, by the way. That is a very interesting thing that you say. And I have not tested it myself because, for those who don't know, again, we're jumping all over the place here. They launched the new mobile app for everybody now. And one of the things that I have been hearing, other than like issues in terms of navigating things and the overall feed itself, it's a very Zoomer-esque attempt to try to be TikTok, and people are finding that it's difficult to find where your things are and what you actually want to watch. But one of the things that I have heard is that the video delay is significantly higher than the previous version of the app. I don't know if that's universal. I don't know if that's location-based, but evidently because of the fact that it loads content right away, it does seem to have a larger delay between signal send and signal arrive. So again, I don't know what that means, if it's in terms of like if it's a standard 5 seconds versus what it used to be of 2 seconds. But yeah, you haven't updated yet? Uh-oh. Well, I haven't noticed the delay anywhere. So, okay, interesting. So it could just be an issue of when it's trying to load things on mobile versus being on Wi-Fi. There's a bunch of different things that can happen. So I hate this update. I hate this update. I hate this update. I hate this update. Oh, hi, chat. Hi, Lamp. How are you? Hi, Deepards. Hi, Snapping Neurons. How are you? Did they get rid of low latency option? No, I don't think so. I don't think that they have. No. Anyways, so yes, this promotion. Let's just briefly go through this promotion. Someone get Apple TV Plus. I'm on the newest version, and they've shown to me maybe it's my old-ass phone /OS. Could be. Hi, Kanara. Kanara, how are you? Nice to see you. When you sub, it supports your favorite streamer, unlocks custom emotes, and can get you ad-free viewing. Starting July 30th at 12 p.m. Pacific, which is now, or technically 2 hours ago, we have one more bonus to offer. Subscribing to or gifting a sub to any streamer. Subscribing to a new sub. So it's not if you already have a reoccurring sub, it won't work. It's only if you subscribe for the first time. But gifting a sub does work. To any streamer will get you 3 free months of Apple TV Plus. Yes, you read that correctly. Subscriber gift at least one sub to any streamer from July 30th. Oh, they literally just repeated it. It's literally, oh God, I thought that they were just joking. I didn't read through this, but they just repeated it. Okay. As if we don't believe them. You don't have to be Ted Lasso to know that this is a positively good deal. It is a good deal, I would say. If you're already a user of Apple TV, sure. And there's some really good stuff on Apple TV. So yeah. Hi, Fumi. How are you? Nice to see you. I missed you more than my own insanity. Oh, well. I don't know how to feel about that one. So sub today and get Apple TV Plus. What is Apple TV Plus? It's a streaming service by Apple. It features exclusively Apple original shows, movies from some of the industry's top talent, with new premieres arriving each month. How it works. To receive 3 months of Apple TV Plus, eligible users can purchase any eligible new sub or gift subs on Twitch between July 3rd. Oh, it's a three-peat. It's a three-peat. Until the 19th. After your purchase, a code is sent to your Twitch notifications inbox and will be available in the Drops and Rewards inventory page for redemption on Apple TV redemption site. Reward redemption codes expire on August 31st, so make sure to redeem yours ASAP. Now, how I do think something interesting has already happened. In Canada, we have we have deal sites and stuff like that. People are selling their codes for $1. I've already seen a page saying selling 3 months of Apple TV, $1. So, if you want to stock up, good opportunity, create a bunch of accounts. Don't do this. Don't do that. I'm not recommending actually doing that. Don't do that. It's not worth it because it would cost you $5 anyway. It's not worth it. But for people who already have Apple TV, then they can get their $1 back. Eligible users and purchase. The code is redeemable. By the way, the economics of that don't make any sense. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. They bought it for $5 and sell it for $1. They're going to spend the $5 anyways, and now they're just selling it to somebody else for $1 to get their money, to get some of the money back. Yeah. I don't think it makes a ton of sense, but although, wait, now that I say that, what about places where the price went up? Is it available in Turkey? Turkey's the cheapest. You could potentially... Not available in Turkey. Not available in Turkey. All right. All right. Anyways, and the credit card companies take 70 cents in total. True. If I could buy 3 for $1 and get 9 months. Theoretically, I mean, I guess so. You have to use them all by August 31st. So probably not. It's probably not going to work. Hi, Pearl Stalker. How are you? Anything work saying is worth saying thrice, I guess? That's fair. Pearl, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Pearl's over on the YouTube channel here. Anyways, if you already have Apple TV or you're never going to use it, might as well get $1 or $2 back from it, whatever you can sell it for. Sub to your own channel on an alt account and then sell it to Apple TV freebie. Exactly. Can you add up months if you do it multiple times? I don't think so. I would imagine not. I imagine it's a one-time thing. You would probably have to create a second account if you're going to do that, but yeah. Eligible returning subscribers is not clearly defined. Probably only works for one promotion, I would imagine so. Hi, Pete. Apple has all sorts of promos for free Apple TV. Yeah, I mean, Salty linked one that literally just generates a code. Enjoy watching Zach spend 10 minutes analyzing a scheme that might gain you $1. I know, Arias, I know. Again, it's just something I saw briefly as I was about to go live. It popped up in one of my alerts to say, oh, it's something that mentioned Twitch. And I went to look at it. I'm like, oh, they're selling it for $1. All right, cool. D-Parts, thank you very much for the 75 stream streak. Only 450 points for the streak. I know, it's terrible. Wait for the Twitch finance part of the stream. I saw the Wall Street Journal and hi Amazon bought it for $1 million. Yes, correct. $100 equals partner plus points equals 100 plus Apple TV subs. Well, there you go, Wextex. Now we're starting to figure out. Now, if you get a channel that already has 70% split on it, eligible users and purchases. Code is redeemable for anyone not currently subscribed to Apple TV, new and qualified returning users whenever it's available. Eligible subs include new monthly sub, any tier, multi-month sub, 3 and 6, gift sub, any tier, any number of months. Prime subs and existing recurring subs are not eligible. Here's all the countries that it's available in. Here's the official terms. Offer will be invalid if you violate these terms. Terms of sale. Here's Apple's terms. No cash value. Well, tell that to the couponers, because they're saying it's worth $1. And so there you go. There you go. Hi, Finite. How are you? Hi, Underground Rescue Channel. Can I give my Apple TV to someone else? Yeah, I think you can. I don't think there's any reason not to. Hi, Cohen. Welcome in. Yeah, no, I don't see any reason why you could not give it to somebody else. For sure. For sure. I mean, it's literally just a coupon code to get you in. You do have to enter in your payment information, and they're hoping that you forget. By the way, pro tip, if you don't already do this, but when you do subscribe to something new, set a... because sometimes they have different cancellation things where, like, if you cancel it, it cancels immediately. Sometimes it's cancel, and then it goes to the end of your term, and then it cancels. I like to set a warning in my calendar 14 days before something is supposed to renew, and then I just cancel it at that point. I'm a bit of a coupon queen. I just torrent everything. I'm Canadian. Yeah, that sounds about right, Underground Rescue Channel. That sounds about right. Anyways, there you go, guys. There's the promotion. All right. And by the way, this is kind of directly related to Twitch's financial woes in that they're doing everything they possibly, or no, maybe not everything they possibly can, but this is a promotion in order to hopefully get people to subscribe and gift subs and so forth, because Twitch is in a little bit of some financial hot water, and we've known this. We've talked about this, and anybody who's been watching this stream has known that I've always kind of been of the mindset that the pandemic bubble was not going to last, and it was very, very clear that there was going to be an inflationary crisis afterwards. You can't print that much money and have the economy do what it did without having the impact be inflation. I don't know how Twitch didn't know that. That seems like a failure of business, but anyways, it is what it is. They assumed that everything would kind of continue on. They didn't think that there was going to be a significant drop-off in viewership or money or whatever, and as such, it doesn't seem to have been any kind of strategic planning around that. Now, that could have been partially related to Emmett Shear's tenure and him being uninterested in caring about any kind of monetization and breaking even on the platform. I don't know. But as of earlier this year, we got official confirmation. Was it this year? Yeah, I think it was this year. Maybe it was last year. I don't even remember when it was. This year's felt like 2 years in one. But we now know very, very directly from Dan Clancy himself that Twitch is not profitable. Twitch is not making money and has never made money. They have never been in a position where they came out at the year end with a surplus of income. And so this article, which maybe we can do a dark mode on it. We can. Wonderful. Also, I hate this so much.
A new follower.
I paid $2 for their membership per month, and I'm still getting ads on it. How dare you? Anyways, it is what it is. I guess it's not that bad. Hi, Nettie. Welcome. Was Justin TV profitable? So, Dimitri, yes. For a period of time, Justin TV was profitable. A very short period of time. There's actually Justin TV profitable. They had, yeah, I think, which one did we watch here? He made a video about how the rise and fall of Justin TV, lessons of company failure. What? Oh, because I guess they're saying that. I guess they're saying that Twitch is not. It's a success. Okay, I guess I can understand that. But yeah, they had at a certain point, they did end up... Yeah, I think it has to have been this video. Brett, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You mean they sold? When they sold, well, that's true. A chance to support Zach and watch Pachinko and For All Mankind sold. Well, thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. Thank you. In the 60s, when the magazine and newspapers were still a thing, you bought them, and then they still had ads, mostly for watches I would never buy. That's true. You know, I did like those in magazines when they had, like, the perfume or the cologne little page, like the fold over. I don't know why. It's like an interactive thing where you got to open it up and smell. Oh, that was kind of cool. They don't do that anymore. I imagine they wouldn't have been if they had to make the industry deals for a lot of content that was already that was around in early years. There is newspaper here, whose website, if you reject cookies, tells you that you need to pay in order to do that. You still get ads if you pay.
At the beginning of 2010, Justin TV was going to die. We were drowning in bandwidth costs and paying our amazing employees, but we weren't making enough money. Right before we got knocked out of the startup game, we turned it around. How? Let me tell you exactly what we did to save the company and finally get to $1 million of revenue a month.
How's it going? I'm Justin.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure we've watched this video. But yeah, Justin has talked about how they did end up becoming profitable for a period of time there. Twitch, on the other hand, much bigger operation, lot more costs, a lot more overhead, and for like a month. I want to say it was for a few months, but yeah, it wasn't for long. Inevitably, they ended up pivoting away from it. But anyways, they kept the company going. Yeah. Anyways, this article came out. Actually, we had a previous article that came out. I want to say it was a few months ago. Actually, there's been a few. There's been a few articles that have come out.
Hey, Zach, General Kenobi here.
I'm not saying anything.
Chancellor Palpatine around. He hasn't been at any of the Senate meetings, keeps going on trips to the Outer Rim. It's really suspicious he says it's all business stuff, but I don't know. Seeing him on Count Dooku's podcast was very odd, even weirder. He made all the clones sing happy birthday to him. It just doesn't seem something like a chancellor would do, but he keeps telling us it's a business trip. He keeps asking Anakin to come with him too.
God damn it. God damn it. You guys are too much. Ah, boy. Twitch finances. What was that article that we had seen? Was it this one, maybe? Who is Dan's Vader? All the clones are singing happy birthday. I know that we had seen, well, again, the layoffs and stuff like that. Why Twitch's massive layoffs are horrific for the future of gaming. I don't even know if we read this one or not. It was there was definitely an article by Digiday. This article, which if it loads, yeah. Why Amazon is bringing Oh yeah, this is the one. Yeah, why Amazon is bringing Twitch's most lucrative parts deeper into the Amazon ads fold, and it kind of talks about their current financial situation, and how Twitch's. But there was definitely another article I know for sure. But this one kind of talked about how Amazon is trying to absorb all the profitable parts of Twitch and to kind of leave Twitch with the rest. To say, hey, you can sell culture on your platform, but that's all that we're going to leave you with. So, for example, Twitch doesn't... I don't think that Twitch has any people who now work in ads anymore directly in terms of sales. It's all under the Amazon ads banner. And I am somewhat under the impression that there's going to be more teams that are going to be moving away from Twitch in terms of technology side. They may have already made a significant move, but there may be additional moves happening where in terms of like engineering, they may just move those people all over to Amazon as well. And already there's some element of being basically hybrid because the company is owned by Amazon, but effectively reducing the overall headcount at Twitch even further by moving them into Amazon proper, and then you can kind of get a changing of financial costs when you don't have any engineering costs other than if you're working on building on top of the existing IVS service. Anyways, we'll have to see how it ends up going. But hi, Paul. How are you? Hi, Sirstis. Is chat being glitchy for anyone else on desktop? Uh-oh. When did Jassy move Dan over to Amazon? Well, I suppose it takes payroll off of Twitch's books, moves it to Amazon. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what may be happening. But then the question ends up becoming is, for Twitch, is that at what point do you consider the ads being served? Is that under Twitch's purview, or like, do they get that, or is that just being served through Amazon? It just feels like there's a weird squeeze happening with Twitch. Anyways, let's get into this article here, because this just came out. It's by Salvatore Rodriguez, Sarah E. Needleman, and Sebastian Herrera of the Wall Street Journal. I think Twitch in the future has something to really sell, the new tech of transcoding. In the future has something to really sell, the new tech of transcoding. I'm not sure. Because I think that's just a way for ultimately to reduce the overall costs as well. Too busy listening to you to notice? Fair enough. I had to refresh to get channel points to show up, but otherwise it's working fine. Okay, interesting. Hi, Blue Magus. That happened a few times. Okay. Amazon paid almost $1 billion for Twitch in 2014. It's still losing money. The live video service has slowing user growth, which I don't know exactly what it means by slowing user growth when it's declining user growth. It is the opposite of growth. It is decline. It has not had, I mean, again, if you do the plus minus of that to say like, hey, we have 100 people coming in, but we're losing 800, I guess that's slowing user growth, but I would still not inherently call that growth at all. And workers are expecting more layoffs and changes ahead. Amazon, ooh, damn. Why is their stock down 1% today? Paid nearly. It might be also there's still user growth, but they're watching less for sure. It's like the wrong time to actually monetize Twitch because live streaming has just barely started. TikTok tech and YouTube tech for live streams are still 3 steps apart. YouTube and Kick has had the rewind feature while live. TikTok has the auto shadow ban function. When they hear the words advertiser, want to rewrite the English language. Yeah. It's always growth, just negative growth. That makes sense, Aureus. That makes sense. Amazon paid nearly $1 billion to acquire the live video startup Twitch Interactive in 2014. A decade later, the retail giant has received little financial return from one of its biggest acquisitions, from its bigger acquisitions. Known for hours-long broadcasts of video game play, Twitch remains unprofitable despite periods of explosive popularity, according to current and former employees knowledgeable about its finances. Hi, Acoustic. Time to let Twitch go? I don't think so, but certainly redefining what Twitch is to Amazon for sure.
Bridgeboy35 asked me, Twitch is losing money. Narrate the dire financial situation for Twitch layoffs, and more could happen. Give your take. In a galaxy not so far away in the swirling vortex of cyberspace, Twitch finds itself on the brink of financial doom. The mighty empire that once ruled the streaming universe now faces dark times, layoffs, budget cuts, and ominous whispers of obsolescence. As the forces of YouTube and TikTok close in, will Twitch innovate or implode under the weight of its own hubris?
It's a good word.
Stay tuned, brave viewers. This saga is just beginning.
Oh shit! God damn, we're in for a trilogy. It sounds like. Twitch is still acting in the lead here. It has mainstream reach for live streamers that could be more consistent than other platforms because it's primarily a very clear-cut platform to take on huge things, politics, and forward-thinking events like eBay and the King of Spain showing up to a boxing match up of lulz. So the interesting part about that, by the way, Clancy was even asked about that on He was asked about it on Rubius's stream before the boxing match even happened, before the Rotterdam TwitchCon. And Rubius said, do you lose money on events like eBuy's boxing night? And Dan said that he wasn't sure if they lost money or not because of the fact that their ads ultimately... Anyway, he said that it wasn't actually something that they concerned themselves with, whether or not they made money on it, because it is a cultural event. But he did talk about how the ads in Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries and all of Europe, quite frankly, have significantly declined over the years. So from their peak a couple years ago to where they are now, there has been a drop-off in the amount of ads that exist, which is why you're probably going to start seeing, or why many people have seen a lot of ads that are in languages that are foreign to them. People have seen French ads in Germany, UK ads, ads for the US State Farm in the UK. There's all just kind of weird things going on with ads where they're not really being targeted to anybody specifically, and they're just being put out there. So those kind of events have cultural appeal. Obviously, Will Smith performed at it. It's a big event, but ultimately, in terms of what it does to Twitch's finances, it's really unclear at this point. It seems to me that Twitch doesn't really have a profit. And then when you factor in like the amount of people who subscribe with Prime to those channels, that's a cost that comes technically from Amazon, but it's still on Amazon's side of things. They're still going to look at that and go, oh, it costs us X amount of dollars. And then how much did you guys make from that in terms of ads and subs? And you go, oh, okay, well. So there's really some interesting economics happening for Twitch right now, where it doesn't seem like there's anything they can do to actually become profitable, because all of their existing costs ultimately outweigh anything that they potentially could make. Unless streamers start running like 20 minutes of ads and they have the inventory to fill it, I don't know if they can pull it off. It's really they're stuck between a very, very hard place and a very big rock. Hi, Aki. I'm not getting any ads anymore. I guess nobody purchased space in Sweden. Yeah, not most, but they've significantly culled back on the people who sell ads, especially in Europe. There's just not a lot of ads in those regions anymore. You used to get German ads in New Zealand all the time. Hi, Mr. Wiggly. That's so strange. Maybe I'll get ads that are uncomfortably location specific. Are you in the U.S.? Because they definitely are way better at targeting things in the U.S. than they are anywhere else. I see ads for frosted Bussies in Europe, even though we don't stock them. That's a supply chain issue. We're working on that. We're talking to our manufacturers, and we're going to get that fixed soon. Run ads for subs. Bandwidth isn't too expensive, so I'd be surprised if they're taking on more than 1 to 2 dozen sub to make it creator profitable. So, again, we've talked about this, and we talked about it last week as well, in that Twitch actually makes money from streams between 1 to like 500. In terms of the overall cost to serve the content to those viewers, they do make money on. They make, on the smaller side, they make this much money. The number doesn't matter right now. On the medium-sized streamers, they make this, and on these size streamers, they make this much. The problem being is that anybody over this size, the total technical cost is actually negative. And that's only for serving the video content, the technology, the ad sales, etc. It doesn't take into account building rent, staff, insurance, all the other things that are required as part of a business. So here's their profit margin where they actually make money. They lose money on on larger creators. So it is kind of an interesting balance. As I said, they have a path to navigate that's seemingly impossible. You don't make money on your top creators, but you need your top creators there. You make a little bit of money on your smaller creators, but not enough people are watching. It's a whole complicated thing. Hi, Turtles and Chill. Our ad revenue was really high this month. I wonder what it was. I haven't seen an ad in a long time. I just remembered getting condom ads constantly at the height of lockdown, which just made me sad. Anyways, let's read through this. Let me stop yapping and actually start reading. Documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal show Twitch's biggest paying users are opening their wallets less. So this is also a big one. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Welcome. That is why we need more top of the hour ad breaks. I mean, if they stopped making it on a scheduler and they just gave you 55% from that, maybe. This is a really interesting thing overall. And I almost want to figure out if I can get access to whatever documents that they're looking at and compare them to something that I have seen and see if we have the same information. But yeah, one of the things that is assuredly true for a lot of creators is that, and maybe you guys can speak on this, I'll say it here. I'm very glad I don't rely on Twitch for my income, because I have gone through multiple periods where the vast majority, it actually technically still happens now, where the vast majority of my income comes from one or two different people. And so like a few years ago, when I first started streaming in 2018, it was a guy named Losty. And then 2019, 2020, it was a guy named King Aries. 2021, 2022, 2023, it's kind of been a few people. Nair is very generous, of course. Enox has been very generous. Aureus has been very generous. And that's not to say that ultimately people who just subscribe themselves or gave a prime or are not appreciated any less, but it is kind of one of those things that there's an outsized impact. They're all future you. Maybe there's an outsized impact that a lot of large single supportive people end up having on your overall earnings. And I got another email about Apple TV. Heck yeah, Slashy. Where is there? Maybe we can ask him to donate more to make Twitch profitable. Does that give you anxiety? It doesn't give me anxiety, no. But it's always been something that I've been. Hi, Angelos. Hi, Tia. By the way, I don't know if I said hello. That's most smaller channels. So 100% it is, Aureus. 100% it is. It always ends up being the case for most creators is that you do end up making outsized earnings from a few very, very generous people compared to the overall. And that's, again, it's not shocking. It's not something that is outside of the norm. But when it comes to Twitch, they also live with that kind of precarious nature. And it's why Twitch has been active. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but one of the reasons why they launched the Partner Plus program and then made it to the Plus program is that they said, we got to stop relying on large donors, large supportive people helping our creators out, and we're taking a cut of that. We need to get more people, individuals, to spread out the risk to subscribe. How do we inspire that? Like, okay, well, if we get more people to subscribe to individual channels, because again, it doesn't count Prime, it doesn't count gifted subs. It only is if you subscribe yourself, do you get a point towards the Plus program. So Twitch has obviously known this for a while, that, hey, things are getting a little bit tight. We're starting to see the dramatic drop-off of our biggest supporters opening their wallets less. How do we manage this? How do we inspire more people to support? And that mindset is both good for creators, but it's also good for Twitch because, again, they're at the same level of risk as a creator is. And so if you are a person with 55 viewers or 100 viewers or 200 viewers or whatever, and 90% of your income is coming from one or two people, boy, that puts you in a precarious position. And I don't think that many creators think of that in terms of being like, hey, this one day could stop and not happen anymore. And then you're like, if you go full time, I know a lot of people did that during the pandemic. They were making a lot of money. They decided that they were at a point in 2021 or 2022 that they could quit their jobs and do this full time because they're making more from Twitch than they were at their jobs. And now they're like, I hate seeing it, but you see the some people who are kind of like, oh shit, what do I do now? And so you see a lot of people doing kind of subathons and trying whatever they can to kind of continue to be a creator and make this their full-time thing. But precarious. What if we gave everybody who subscribes 3 months of Apple TV, right? I just received an email from Twitch about the Apple thing. Share an image of it. Let me see it. Did I get the email? Let me see. Let's see if I got... Oh, I did get one. Yeah, I did get one. Yeah, I did get one. Wait, did they send it twice then? Yeah, I did get one though. 1 sub, 3 months Apple TV. I know several pretty small streamers that can only stream full time because of a few big donators. Yeah. In back of my mind, it's always nags me a bit when I notice people whale, exactly. Pepe whale. I do know for a fact that Twitch knows I'm in Toronto because I keep getting the same Toronto Bermuda Air ad. I don't even know what that is. I just received an email. What if you have to ban that user, bring into the accountant on that discussion? Sure. I know a couple creators that went back to work recently. Yeah, I know a lot. There's been a lot of people who were Twitch partners who have been doing this full time since, some of them doing it before the pandemic. That's just no longer financially viable for them to do so. Blue Magus, thanks so much for the 5 stream streak. And Ellie, let's what? Did you press enter too quickly? Thank you so much, Ellie, for the 23-month resub. You seen any service that studies a streamer's community and build a product for them? No, not directly. What was streaming ever meant to be in reality? I mean, I think originally there was some level of idea that it would compete as being, you'd have YouTube for VOD content, you'd have Twitch for streaming content, and they would kind of be in tandem to each other. A kind of service that would ultimately fill a niche that is obviously in demand. People like watching live content. People like watching live sports. They like watching live. You sit down. I mean, this is more a bit of an olden day kind of thing. Before the invention of TiVo and the internet, you would sit down and get excited for a show to watch it live the same time as everybody else. So there is some level of connection to our history in terms of being unified around a experience that everybody's there together watching for the first time. You only get that with live content. So especially now, and I remain of the mindset that live streaming still probably has a future. I'm not 100% sure, and I haven't been for some time, whether it'll be on Twitch or not. But I do think that live streaming will be a part of the content creator sphere for a long time. I just don't. I feel a little bit like Twitch maybe has too much baggage that they're never going to be able to get out from under it. Whereas somebody new who comes in that doesn't have that level of baggage. It's why I think that Kick's made a huge mistake in trying to compete with Twitch. They're basically still setting themselves the same ceiling that Twitch already has. And I don't know why they would go for that, but anyways. Same with any other streaming service. If you compare yourself to Twitch, I think that's the wrong move. You can look at the user base, but I don't think you should look at as being competition for Twitch, which is maybe why YouTube is never. YouTube just doesn't care. They're just waiting for it to kind of struggle on its own. Basically, I've told you guys that a couple years ago. Is YouTube's strategy with live was basically to just wait Twitch out, because they, from sources who I spoke to at YouTube, they understood that Twitch probably would never be able to figure out how to become profitable. And so all they needed to do is wait. And they weren't sure whether or not that was going to be 5 years or 10 years or whatever. But eventually they don't think that Twitch will be around. And so by default, they'll end up winning. And then that buys them time, right? They get to figure out exactly how they want to do it and do it. And it's maybe one of the reasons why YouTube has been particularly, almost to a fault, slow in doing any kind of development with live content. They just haven't done anything with it. And that's a little bit frustrating, but I guess they just have time. YouTubers smart. Live streaming is expensive as fuck. Just wait for Twitch to die and make live streaming a side bit of their VOD site. So that's what they already do. And I guess, that presumably technology costs will go down. The best practices will kind of reveal themselves. Like eventually it will start to figure it out a little bit easier. But do you personally think this will jeopardize creators in the future? I think it jeopardizes creators today, to be honest with you. I think that I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to like inspire like you should be worried and like, oh, you should quickly change everything, because I don't think that's the case. But since 2021, I have been pretty adamant, and there's tweets you can go back to where I'm just talking. Actually, let me see if I can find one. Actually, I know because I was looking at it recently. This is from the Great Twitch Leak, where everybody's earnings were out there. This showed you half of all streamers who earn payouts made less than $28 as of September this year, according to leaked data. Twitch only offers payouts once a streamer reaches 100. Only 5% of users have made more than $1,000 this year. And I said at the time, again, November 9th, 2021, an incredible chart shows why being a Twitch streamer alone is unlikely to ever be a career. And I should have said maybe a career with solid footing. You need to diversify how you generate revenue. It's also worth noting that this distribution is probably pretty common in content creation, YouTubers, TikTok, Instagram, etc., where there is no hourly wage and you're left to your own devices to make an income. Most people just don't make anything at all. And when I say diversifying, that's not a full solution. The whole process is building a community, accessing audiences, creating unique content, etc. As such, it's not that it's a Twitch problem that income is low, as much as it's just hard as hell to make it as a creator. Yeah, so ultimately, my general feeling is that if you are a creator on Twitch, then yeah, I the same thing that was true in 2021. I don't think this gets inherently any better. And so I would say that you should be doing things. You should have been doing things 3 years ago, but best time to start was yesterday. Second best time to start is today. Is to diversify how you earn money and how you create content and where you create content. Hi, Spooky Little Spirit, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Dr. PK. Let's face it, Twitch made its money. Just like MySpace came and went, there's a strong chance that this is the downfall of Twitch. The people running Twitch are trying to please everyone, and that's what's hurting it as a company. So, yes and no, Dr. PK. I don't think that Twitch made their money. I think that the original founders of Twitch made their money, and the people who were there when they got purchased by Amazon. And then Amazon got what they wanted out of it in terms of the technology stack. They now have IVS, which I do think is a valuable asset to them. And so it's kind of that thing of 1, create something, 2, blank, and then 4. And we already know 1, we already know 2. We're currently living through 3. And 4 has a probably pretty obvious ending. In that, if Twitch can't figure it out, if they can't figure out how to monetize culture, which is their key selling point, whether or not Amazon is currently in the process of splitting Twitch into its most useful parts, the platform has tremendous cultural value that will not be going away anytime soon.
I think the issues with Twitch are twofold.
Okay.
They are stuck in the past and
Nice spot,
refuse
Nick.
to move forward. But tonight I say we must move
scenes.
forward, not backward, upward, not forward, and always twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom.
The main thing that's hurting Twitch at the moment, hold on, I need to pull this up on the bigger screen. The main thing that's hurting Twitch at the moment is everyone's financial position is more precarious, and content creators' subscriptions are one of the easiest things to cut from personal budgets. 100%. Yep, absolutely bluish. Insert fourth wall plug here. That is true. You guys should check out Fourth Wall if you haven't already. Exclamation mark Fourth Wall. It's a great way to help build the business around your content. I don't know why I said content weird there, but I did. Twitch was a Google project. They bought it. It would be, yeah, for sure. It would be. I think it would be. Yeah, I think I agree. Twirling. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. I get it. Exclamation on Fourth Wall. Yeah, there you go. Wait, why isn't it working? What's going on with my bot? Hello? Bot? Why am my bot not botting? What did you... what?
Content.
Why doesn't it show your bits message? Why is it hidden? What's going on? Anyways. Thank you very much for the 100 bits.
Subscriber.
Aureus. Content, yes, exactly. Serotonin, thanks so much for the 10-month resub. Thank you. Stream Elements got banned for being there it works. Why didn't it work before? What? Are you still blocked or something? Salty? Didn't Wall Street Journal report that Twitch revenue is $2 billion in 2023? Surely they're turning a profit. No. So we're reading through that right now, DJ. We're reading through that right now. Let's continue. Documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal show Twitch's biggest paying users are opening their wallets less, and third-party data reflect that growth in new users and engagement has slowed. Following 2 rounds of layoffs in the past year, staffers are concerned that a third round could come this fall following an annual operational review, according to people familiar with the matter. One of the things that I do want to point out about this is that most staff, so there's kind of, maybe not most staff. I'll be careful in how I address this. Yeah, what's my bot broken? I have no idea what's happening. A lot of staff have been operating under the premise that, hey, there's probably going to be additional layoffs coming. The reality is that, company's still not profitable, and it probably has to trim itself down to triple digit staff numbers, and perhaps mid triple digits, but they can't do that all at once. You can't have a company that was 2,500 people at its biggest go down to 1,500, 1,600 that it is now. It's going to take some time. They have had somewhat of a hiring freeze, only replacing staff who are absolutely crucial. So when people leave who are pivotal to the organization, those are folks that they do then rehire for. Not what I wanted. I want this one. So they do have some roles open. It's actually a lot more. They've added some in the last day or so. Because I think there was 12 before. Now there's like 16 or 18, it looks like. In any case, the number of staff has been declining since the second layoff earlier this year. And it probably will continue to do so. I think that there is a lot of people who are moving on to other companies. And then here's the interesting part. Is that people who have been there, it's kind of poisoned in the sense of, your company is not what it once was. The sentiment's not great. Morale is not great. It's got to be a really shitty time, at least in my conversation, it sounds like it, to be a Twitch staffer who was there when things were on the up and up, where things are going well and everything seemed to be good. The people who are coming in to replace the people who are leaving, they don't have that same level of attachment to the company. They don't have so they come in with a little bit of fresh energy, and many of them are in a job market that has been difficult, and so they're just happy to have a job. Even if colleagues who have been there longer are saying, I don't know how this is going to go. We're all kind of on eggshells here on what's going to happen in the future. A lot of people that are working there now that are taking these new jobs are just happy to have a job. Because it is a difficult a difficult job market in the tech space right now, and the gaming and tech space, those two are getting hit rather hard. So, yeah. So you get this kind of interesting mix of people who are just happy to be there, and they're head down, and they're working hard and trying to get stuff done. And then you have people who have been there for a long time that are still doing the same. But ultimately, I think it's a lot harder to look at Twitch and be like, this is the company that I love, and I've been working here for 5, 6, 10 years, whatever, and still have the same level of excitement when things just don't feel the way that they once did. I have an acquaintance that recently got banned on Twitch, and within 2 days of said ban, they got contacted about a contract deal with Kick. Has revenue drop been incredibly significant since Kick's launch? I have no interest in that platform, but with worry of Twitch's revenue, it feels like it may start to being something to look into as a backup plan. I don't know. I mean, again, if you're getting paid something, then Yeah, especially if you're in a precarious position financially yourself. As I said, being a content creator can be really, really hard. Kick obviously doesn't really have the, despite the fact that they think that I'm a bootlicker for Twitch, they don't really have the greatest reputation themselves on Kick. And saying that, I don't know why that's not shocking for me to say. So again, any pickup and move of an audience is going to end up resulting in some level of decline. So, and again, there is a little bit of of baggage that comes with being on Kick too. So it is one of those things that if you do it, you have to make sure that money that they're offering is good enough that you're going to be able to weather the storm of potentially a damaged reputation, as well as potentially losing some of your audience too. It's tough. It's a tough call to make, but ultimately that decision relies on the individual rather than what I could advise to the people. I got promised a huge amount of money by Kick, and it was absolutely just a lie. They just send those messages, get this, you just start streaming. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Again, I wouldn't do it without a contract. Following this fall, analyze operational review. Amazon chief executive Andy Jassy, who took over in 2021, has led a profitability review at the company and shown little tolerance for unprofitable businesses. For those who don't know, Andy Jassy used to be, before he was the CEO at Amazon, he was in charge of the properties that included Twitch. So Emmett Shear reported directly to Andy Jassy. So he is well aware of what Twitch is, and he has worked directly with Twitch for a long time. And I believe at the time it was under the same banner as I want to say Prime. I'm forgetting now what the full banner was, but he was definitely there. I know they changed it now where it's under Ed Boon. Ed Boon? Yeah, Ed Boon. No, not Ed Boon. That's a video game programmer. Boom. Steve Boom. Steve Boom. This is now the guy who's technically in charge of Prime and music and all these things. Technically, he's the head of Twitch now, or that's who. Steve Boom. Yeah, that's who. He led AWS before Amazon. Correct. Thank you, Skojo. That's correct. Yes, Skojo is correct. Twitch used to be under the AWS banner. Now it is under Prime and Music and a few other things, MGM, a few other things under Steve Boom. But Andy Jassy used to be, when he was leading AWS, was the head of also Twitch. So that's also kind of an interesting move in that they moved Twitch from being under the purview of the technology of AWS to move it to being under the kind of the entertainment side in terms of music, Prime, streaming, and MGM and such. So is overseeing Twitch the punishment job? Maybe. So yes. So anyways, Andy Jassy is well aware of what Twitch is and what it does. Insiders said they worry Twitch is at risk of becoming what they called a zombie-branded Amazon. Internal projects or acquisitions that have been sidelined because they haven't lived up to expectations. These staffers pointed to book review app Goodreads, online task finder Mechanical Turk, and discount website Woot. A spokeswoman for Amazon said it has always taken a long-term view of Twitch and noted its ability to attract harder-to-reach audiences. The company said it remains confident in Twitch's potential. I'm not going to read the tea leaves on that one, though. I could, but I'm not going to. Amazon's journey with Twitch underscores the challenges companies face as they seek to grow through acquisitions, especially when they bet on trendy startups that aren't making money. Twitch, which remains a tiny part of Amazon, continues to get millions of visitors a day. However, its business model is challenging. Enabling tens of thousands of simultaneous live streams is expensive, and the company has had to invest in tools to moderate the content. Insiders said the content itself poses challenges as long-form video doesn't align well with selling ads. And you know what else doesn't align well with selling ads? I shouldn't type pornography and Twitch at the same time. Artistic nudity. Artistic nudity doesn't inherently align with advertiser goals. It's especially a platform that got overrun with it in a matter of days. So if you were at all curious as to why advertising has taken a significant backseat on Twitch or has seen declines in recent year, 7 months, 8 months, this is a big reason why. A big reason why. Like, I don't think you realize how big of a reason why. It ruined a lot of Twitch's reputation with advertisers. It had advertisers basically going, what are we advertising on? What is going on? How did that even happen? How did you think this was a good idea? And once you lose the trust of advertisers, it's very, 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 very hard to get it back. It's very hard to get it back. You can take a look at YouTube's Adpocalypse as an example of that. This was basically a self-inflicted wound that Twitch did to themselves here. And again, from people who I talk to, they have not recovered. Yeah, and so the content itself is challenging. And so that's why we do now have the ability to blur things. So when you do take a look at hot tubs, well, okay. If you do take a look at hot tub content, you do get, or any kind of sexual content, it is inherently blurred. Dan Clancy, you need to do your job. Dan Clancy, this is your entire job, is checking out these channels and reporting them if they're not using the correct tags. Isn't that what he said it was? Anyways, hi Crazy, how are you? Thanks so much for the follow. I'll be blunt. We aren't profitable at this point. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy said on the platform in January, shortly after the company laid off around 500 workers. More recently, Twitch closed its operation in South Korea, disbanded its Safety Advisory Council, and raised prices on subscriptions offerings for the first time. Broader trends aren't in Twitch's favor. Spending on video games has slowed, and consumer preferences have generally shifted to short, concise videos spanning a range of topics. Still, Twitch has little competition for live streaming of video game play, and the company said it's seeing success beyond video games with its just chatting category, where creators discuss a variety of topics with viewers, and that its sports, travel, and music sections are growing. We can double check that. Why not? Just chatting. Hi, Dust. How are you? I just lost half of his viewers by going to Hot Tub Girls. Why? Because they realize that there's better content to watch than this guy in a suit screaming into a mic about Twitch's finances. Yeah, I'd rather watch some hot tub content instead too. Not bad, pretty hot, but have ice cream. What kind of ice cream? Just chatting. I mean, that the entire chat is turned on. Let's go back to this Devin Nash video. Okay. What did this start out as? What's that number? I mean, the overall average viewers looks pretty flat, with a slight decline recently. Let me expand this actually. This move, please. I want this move. There we go. This looks like a little bit of a decline here compared to everywhere else. And that's very, very recent. And that could probably be partially attributed to Korea and such. This, I believe, is peak. These are peak, and that is assuredly trending downward. That's not as important if the overall viewership is relatively stable, though. So, just chatting seems to be okay. Sports. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. I can't tell what that means. Number of channels. Pull this back a little further. Yeah, okay, that looks like maybe a little bit of growth. I just wet myself. I can't tell what to say there. What's going on there? And then IRL. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's growing for sure. What happened here? What happened in April? Who started using it in April? Who did they convince to start using it in April? Yeah, so that is absolutely a growing category. So the other two appear to be somewhat flat, but yeah, IRL, a growing category. I promise to be a good boy. Ooh, ooh. A crunchy blast cone. Don't ask, it look good. It sounds good. Have you finished with the plug-in dust? Is Bezos broke? No. You can watch both Zach and Hot Tub Streamer at the same time. That is true. You certainly can. You certainly can. Sports is going to be kind of weird considering seasons starting and ending. Yeah. How about music? I mean, that's flat, if not declining. That's declining. Yeah. That is assuredly declining. Yeah. I mean, that is a very, very clear trend going back to 2021. That is on decline. Number of channels live. Sometime in 2023, and then a massive drop off since then. But yeah, the overall people watching streams. So this is the number of streamers. This is the people watching streams. Absolutely in decline. Absolutely in decline. And that's why your viewership ratio is going up in this short form. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. So when this goes up, that means that there's more too many streamers for viewers. Or sorry, the ratio between viewers and streamers is going out of whack. You obviously, if you're considering competition, you want this number to be higher. That means that there's 100. In this case, it's at 21. So there's 21 people watching for every single streamer that is live in the music category. You would want that to generally be higher if you're considering competition, but you also want this to be growing. And if it's not growing, that's bad. It just means that you're fighting for less people. See you later, Lamp. The month of June, at 192 92 CCV decline from 2024 to 2023. The Korean language represents 69%. Nice. Nice. Hi, Kurt. I don't know if I said hello. Big streamers not using just chatting instead of IRL annoys me. Need it to grow. I'm in IRL right now. I am currently streaming in the IRL category, so I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to help out. This is technically IRL content, sort of, not really, but I'm helping. I'm helping. I'm trying to help build it up. I am, Dimitri. I am. Just not on this channel. On this channel, I am. We got 2 people watching over there in the IRL section. We're helping. We're doing my part. We're doing my part. Anyways, let's get back into this. So, in terms of sports, travel, and music, travel is growing. Sports, kind of flat. Just chatting is flat. Music is in decline. It will be interesting to see what happens with the DJ category, because the DJ category launches officially on Thursday. And that will be intriguing to see how that plays out. Why did you get held for sexual harassment? Wait, what? Monkey bananas. Look at all you lovely fellow weirdos. I'll approve it. Lovely, I guess? Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let me pull this back. There we go. You're nasty, man. I don't know what happened. The company said a live stream in June featuring creator Kai Cenat and comedians Kevin Hart and Drewski broke the company's North American record for most viewers when it reached 217,600.
Oh, wait, I can show you my pussy.
Shay Raz. Shay Raz. It's engagement farming. It's not real content. surpassed the 2018 record set by musician Drake and Ninja, a video game creator. Hi, V'ger. Twitch said its creators' connections with their audience can be beneficial for advertisers. The company's users have also included former President Donald Trump. Oh dear. Why, Wall Street Journal, why have you done this? Why have you done this, Wall Street Journal? How dare you? He got unbanned 6 hours ago, and you're using him as an example? You know when they say that maybe sometimes the media has a bias? How dare you? How dare you lump them in? I guess it's true. Yeah, he streams on Twitch, and he streams actually quite effectively, too. He's getting a lot of people watching him. 3K, 5K, 2K, and the 3 streams that he's been live since he was unbanned. Literally in the last week. In viewership, not good. Hi, Rob. How are you? If travel is growing because viewers are living vicariously through streams, should there be a home buying and retiring comfortably categories? Not a bad idea, Rob. Not a bad idea. Living off the land category sounds like a great idea. I'll stream from that one day. Profit was from the start. Charles Leclerc. This is my recommended on Sunday. Recommended channels. Halo. Donald Trump. Pikachu Hyanner. TVHTH. And it's me, JP. Yeah, all those things would go along. I'm surprised that we didn't see a guest star call between it, me, JP, Pikachu and Donald Trump. That seems like the kind of content that Dan Clancy can get behind. Where am I here? I'm on the wrong article. Man, I got indigestion here really bad. Every time I talk about Twitch, my internals go. Let's knock on Trump's door. Harris-Trump debate on guest star. Not a bad idea. What a bad investment that is. Profit was from the start. In 2011, Twitch was spun into the live streaming platform Justin TV with a focus on video games. Why is it all one word, by the way? Is that how you actually spell video games? I don't think so. Media has a weird way of writing sometimes. About a year later, Amazon took up game publishing and saw Twitch as a vehicle for promoting its titles. The company also sought to convert Twitch's mostly young male users into customers of Amazon's other business and further leverage the site's live video strengths, analysts said. It's always been my very confusing part about Amazon's ownership of Twitch, in that while it has been nice in some respects that Twitch has been able to operate as an island nation, basically determining its own direction and such outside of Amazon, the fact that they have not included so many different things that are obvious integrations into Twitch, and even the times where they did include it, like Amazon Blacksmith, which was a tool that allowed you to show off the various things that you use on your stream and then give a direct link for people to purchase them. Please no porn, please no porn, please no porn, please no... Okay, we're good. Those things died. And it's like, well, why? Like, people who are watching Twitch are going to buy things. Why would there not be integration into purchasing said things through Amazon, and I get a cut of it by selling it? Or like Twitch's foray into video game sales, which did not go well, and they canceled it after like a year and a half. But there's just so many different things that seem like they're obvious ways to integrate an e-commerce website as massive and valuable as Amazon is into Twitch. Like, and I don't want this, by the way, but because Fourth Wall is incredible, but it's remarkable to me that there has not, and there kind of is in terms of Amazon merch, but there hasn't been a deeper integration of being able to sell your own products via Amazon by linking your Twitch in terms of merch, in terms of just having... It's just been very confusing. It's been a very confusing thing when it comes to Twitch's revenues that they haven't ever had the opportunity, whether that's from Twitch's decision or from Amazon's decision, to not integrate those a little bit more directly. Amazon Merch, the thing that doesn't really exist. Yeah. If you don't know, I've showed it on stream a few times, but when you hit partner, there's an option to set up merch by Amazon. But clicking this doesn't do anything. Sometimes it pulls up Amazon's webpage. No, now it just pulls up Prime Gaming and says, looks like you're in Canada. So I'm very confused about a lot of things that Twitch hasn't done. And it just very confusing. Just very, very confusing. Anyways, we move on. I am on board, but only if Twitch gives me 1 cent items from TikTok. Yes, exactly. YouTube info panels full of referral links to Amazon, but not Twitch itself. Right. You're owned by the platform. It seems like such a no-brainer. Instead, you get an ad that says a poorly targeted lower third ad that pops up, stream display ad, that says things like, hey, do you want to purchase this product? I'm like, no, never. That's not at all what I'm looking for. I don't know why you would think I'm interested in that. Hi, Paul. Hi, Bleeding Eyes. How are you? Did I miss anybody else I didn't say hello to? Mr. Monty, the new Twitch, the Twitch new look is live now, and it is. That is true. Hi, Gmail. Gmail, how are you? The company also sought to convert Twitch. Okay, I already read that part. For many early Twitch employees, working on the live stream service was a passion project with little focus on profitability or accountability built into the company's culture, according to people familiar with the matter. Yes, I can tell you that those things are both true, especially early on after the Amazon acquisition happened. There was a period of time where Twitch's content and its creators reflected the company itself in terms of people like Ice Poseidon, some of the edgier content, some of the worse language that was said on Twitch, and some reputations that were established because of it. Kind of like Kick, Twitch had its history kind of locked into some of that kind of negativity. And the company itself also experienced some level of that. There's a few stories that have been kind of passed around over the years, and it's at some point, probably around the mid to late 2010s, is when Twitch, I think, started to think of themselves more as a company that had to shape up and fix up. Not everybody, mind you, not everybody, but yeah, there's certainly some stories that have been passed around that have obviously, some of them have come to light. Some people lost their jobs. Others other stories that are, I guess, somewhat of a legend at this point in terms of that nobody actually was held accountable. Maybe they come out at some point in the future. Clancy's working on bringing it back to the old days. Yeah, well, some people don't want to. He's trying to save the environment by reducing the amount of plastic cups and such, by pouring alcohol directly into people's mouth. That's an environmental move aimed at saving the future of society. We're doing it one shot at a time. Some employees didn't take their job seriously after the acquisition. They added an attitude colloquially referred to in Silicon Valley as rest and vest. Producing profit was a problem from the beginning. Twitch executives presented a 3-year profitability plan during one of Amazon's annual reviews, only to reintroduce the same plan in subsequent reviews, according to people familiar with the matter. The tech giant has taken a mostly hands-off approach, current and former staff members said, which is true, as it's focused on the company's bigger projects and businesses. In 2021, Amazon began integrating Twitch's ad sales team into its own, aiming to drive better results. And I believe this is now fully done. Hi, Workers Pulse. Does Clancy actually have a net zero plan for Twitch? No, definitely not. No. Dan Clancy will start up, if it's going to lead to Twitch being profitable, there will be they'll turn 350 Bush into a coal-fired plant before then. There is no inherent considerations, at least I would not imagine that there's any consideration for the environment at this point when they're just fighting to survive. So no, I don't think so. Amazon doesn't break out Twitch and revenue figures in 2023. The live streaming service generated about $667 million in ad revenue. That's in 2023. Now, if you guys want to know something very, very interesting about that, Twitch misses ad sales target. Back in 2019, they missed their sales target. They had an ad sales target of $500 to $600 million. They only had 230 and were expected to hit 300 million at some point near the Twitch is only projected to earn 300 million for 2019. The goal was 500 to 600 million. So now here we are 4 years later, and their target is 667, or their sales are 667 million on 2 times the viewership. Keep in mind, they have had effectively flat ad sales as of 2023 on 2 times the viewership. We go back and we take a look at 2019's viewership, average viewership in 2019, 1.186 million. If we go to the end of 2023, which isn't exactly fair, let's go to the lowest point in 2023. I guess it's this one. No, that's 2022. 2.35 million average viewers. 2 times the amount of viewership, and the ads were only about 2 times the total amount of ads in ad revenue, which means 0 increase. 300 million on 1.2 million viewers, 660 million on 2.3 million viewers. And keep in mind, those are the generous ones. That's the lowest for December. That's the lowest for, that's the lowest for 2019. That's the lowest for 2023. Yeah. Now, again, keep in mind.
Did your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically for you?
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering the question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and I'll fix it.
Now, the other thing that's important to know about this, right, is that at the time where they had the 300 million in ad sales in 2019, Twitch was paying out $3.50 CPM. Okay? So there wasn't
Hello, streamers. This is Tom Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. I interrupt the content you were watching today to bring you some exciting news. Today, I'm introducing a brand new feature coming to Twitch called Tom Clancy's Guest Star. You and a squad of 5 other streamers will jump into an intense, action-oriented vocal arena where only one will escape without being banned from Twitch. Now, I need you to do 2 things. First, squad up and jump in to Tom Clancy's Guest Star. Second, go subscribe on tos.gg for just $5 a month. Thanks, and good luck, streamers.
So while there was less ads being run, here. They were only paying out $3.50 to the streamers who were running those ads. My understanding at the time is that Twitch's CPMs were somewhere between $20 to $100. Okay, so they're making $17 to $97. Well, $96. If we should do that, $16 to $96 per 1,000 ads that they're running, after costs of selling the ads and distribution and such. But they're making a lot, right? They're making a lot back then. Now, there's obviously more people running ads than there were back then. A lot more people are running ads now than there were back then. And they're paying between a 30 to 55% ad share, which means that if they're charging the same CPM rates, now they're paying $6. $6 to $55 to creators. So the amount that they're making is significantly less on that same amount of ads. So they've doubled the amount of sales, but they've basically tripled the amount that they have to pay out, meaning that their overall take home has dropped on a per user basis in 2023 than what they were getting in 2019, before the pandemic, before this big spike in users, before they had streamers running ads consistently. They were making more back then than they are now. So you start to look at this and you go, well, 2 times the amount of revenue, that's pretty good. On 2x the viewers, okay, so it kept pace. Oh shit! Now they're also paying creators more to run them. You start to get into a position where you're like, uh-oh. Now I understand why this is getting a little bit dire. 1.3 billion in commerce revenue. 1.3 billion in commerce revenue, which is bits, subs, turbo, etc. Keep in mind that they're sharing with creators at roughly 50%. There's only your top creators are, well, I guess I shouldn't say there's only. Your top creators are, the vast majority of people are making 50%, but people do make up to 70%. For your top creators, who are probably getting the vast majority of your overall subs. And they've made that a little bit easier. And so, you know, you can take this number and you can compare it to the 2021. I actually did it on Twitter. Actually, here, let me just pull it up. Rather than doing the math or just pulling up the thing, let me actually just pull up the chart that I was looking at. Where is it? This is from 2021 when they had the big Twitch leak, which exposed everybody's earnings for the previous number of years. But anyways, 2021 is the most recent. This is, again, before the ad split changes, before the ads incentive program. This is what people were earning. Sub share gross, 517 million. Bit share gross, 164 million. This is for creators, and this is only for 3 quarters of the year. Prime sub share, 14%, 123 million. Ad share, 70 million. And so when you reverse these numbers, when you say, hey, almost all creators are making 50-50, then you get, 1.1 billion here. Bit share, that's at worst a 30% cut. So then that number goes up to 300 million or so. Oh, no, sorry, that's too high. 220 million in terms of total commerce. Ads, again, slightly different. Prime, obviously there's no split between Twitch, but you add these 2 numbers up, that's 1.3 billion. And this is 2021 for 3 quarters of the 4-quarter year. And we get the same number. We get the same number as 3 quarters of the year from 2021. Keep in mind, 2021, an exceptional year for creators. Everybody had more money. Everybody made a lot of money in 2021. Everybody was flush with cash. And there was so much stimulus money. There was so much printing. And it's why it was very, very predictable that there was going to be massive inflation. And there was going to be the whip back. So we're right back to numbers that have basically erased all of those gains. It hasn't grown in ad revenue, and it's now starting to lose on commerce revenue. You really start to understand the financial picture that Twitch is in right now. That amount accounted for less than 0.5% of Amazon's total 2023 revenue. It's such a small amount overall, but in terms of cost, it may be it is a higher percentage than their overall costs. Amazon expected to report its 2nd quarter results on Thursday. Fortnite of the pandemic. Twitch grew rapidly when its popularity soared from the success of the game Fortnite in 2018 and again during the pandemic's lockdown, but its expenses rose too. The company spent more than $100 million on exclusive contracts for top broadcast talent. This was a mistake. Obviously, in hindsight, this was a mistake. And they recognize it, and they've said it, and they've talked about it, and they recognize that it was a huge mistake at the time. But it kind of made sense because there was all this this pressure from other parties and Mixer and, you know, what was the future going to be? Like, let's lock down content. Let's get Overwatch League. Let's keep our top creators. Ninja's leaving. Oh, no. So, again, at the time, some people are probably going to have said that that was a bad idea, but other people said it was probably a good idea. And, you know, we got the outcome that we got. In hindsight, 2020. It invested in new products that it ended up abandoning or deprioritizing, such as the communications platform, a karaoke offering, and watch parties. Yeah, and they still do this with things like Guest Star. They're still investing in new products that should be abandoned, should have been foregone long ago, because nobody's using it. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you can't be profitable when you're having a surge in demand, you have something structurally wrong, said Mike Hickey, a digital entertainment analyst at Benchmark. In recent years, oh boy. So we should also talk about TwitchCon, by the way. TwitchCon had historically been a moneymaker for Twitch. TwitchCon Paris was not. TwitchCon Rotterdam may have broken even. TwitchCon San Diego is currently not looking great. To give you a kind of idea here in terms of total sales, 30K people roughly attended San Diego 2022. Around 26 to 27K, I usually say 26.5, attended Vegas 2023. And currently, based upon projections, 23K will be attending San Diego 2024. It's again entirely predictable that this is going to happen. We've already seen other platforms that have in terms of VidCon that canceled their Baltimore. Was it Baltimore? VidCon Baltimore? TwitchCon is worth the loss. I kind of agree. Hi, Candy, by the way. Anyways, in a time that is financially restrictive, where inflation has eaten at everybody's ability to purchase things, that means that the people who can subscribe to your channel, they have less money to spend. That means that for streamers, their cost of living has gone up, and now they're making less money as well, which means that they can't inherently spend money to go to TwitchCon. VidCon, yeah, it was VidCon, thank you. 23K, what about TwitchCon Europe? I shared that on Twitch. 13, 12, 12K, 13K, somewhere in that range. So yeah, I mean, it's an expensive for creators to be able to attend TwitchCon. It's easily 3 to 5K. Well, maybe not. Sorry, let me take that back. Canadian, it's 3 to 5K. If you're very, very savvy, you get an Airbnb that you booked months ago and you're sharing with 4 people, you might be able to get your total cost down to $1,500, maybe $2,000. But for me, my hotel, if I go, is $2,000. I'm not sharing with somebody. I'm at a point in my life where I'm not going to share. Sorry. $2,000. And then flight is $1,000. Canadian flights are not cheap. The convention itself is another 400 Canadian. And there's food and taxis, and there's just a lot of things that add up very, very fast. It's easily a $4,000 trip for me. And I'm not 100% sure that it's, from my perspective right now, I'm not 100% sure if it's a viable financial cost for me. I just don't know that there's enough value in attending. I like meeting people. I love meeting creators. I like shaking hands and taking selfies. That's cool. But that's not, in terms of the financial cost of doing so, it's a tough one to justify. So, yeah. I see how it is. I'm going to have to have my own room party with blackjack and bussies and blow. Yes, exactly. If I pay for the room, will you share with me? No, Ellie. Like booth size, total vendors, yeah. I'm curious if the sponsor list show is bigger equitable decrease as well from 2022 to 2024. Yeah, I mean, they haven't shared the full thing yet. I know that they posted some of their... Actually, where are they? Where are the sponsors? They had a page that was for sponsors. Oh, yeah, here. Chevron and Samsung. They're adding some more here, but what is their overall? Let me just count real quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, these are all charities. These aren't technically... No, it doesn't matter. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74.
But I need Daddy Bussey to be my big spoon.
How dare you, Ellie. 74. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. 74 would put them, that's about 50 or 60 less than Vegas. I have the full list. I'll have to compare it directly, but anyways, it's all, again, this is why, like, keep in mind, I don't take any joy in talking about this. It's interesting to talk about, but it also just feels like, fuck. Everything is just not going Twitch's way, and they continue to shoot themselves in the foot with some of the decisions that they made. And some of the decisions that they've made with, like, the ads incentive program, and like, it's just remarkable that the things that we've talked... There's no joy in I told you so. Let me point that out. Some people say that you love to say I told you so to people. There's no joy in it. There's no joy in it when you actually care about the fucking platform and want to see it succeed, and you're just like, fucking told, you could predict it. You knew it. Anyways, I'm just sorry. I'm a little frustrated. There's kind of like this weird balance in my brain of being like, here's the reality of what's going on with Twitch, but at the same time, it's just like, why did they do this themselves? Why did they do all of the most predictable things that are ultimately going to lead to struggles in the future? Zach Tube, yes. Oil and gas company is the main sponsor. Yeah, I mean, that's been the case for a while. I think they had Chevron last year as well. Ready for TwitchCon 25, brought to you by Raytheon. Well, I hope so. We can check out their new spy planes. In recent years, Twitch's biggest players, who are crucial to its revenue, have been spending less on the platform's subscriptions and donations to creators, according to documents reviewed by the Journal. Twitch takes a cut of those payments, and internal projections forecast that if the trend continues, the platform could shed nearly $250 million in revenue by the end of 2025. So not only is this number projected to drop to potentially $1 billion, that's way below the numbers that have existed in the past. Perfect time for them to raise the sub prices. Yeah. To his next gimmick, stream with bits. Viewers must put in bits to view the stream for 15 minutes. I mean, not an impossibility. It's just like, for all the screaming and yelling that I do hear about creators not being professional and not actually building the business around their content, it seems like Twitch didn't either. And it's kind of like some of like the basic core. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I am armchair quarterbacking here in the sense of I don't know everything that Twitch has internally, but I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of the stuff. I've seen a lot of the documents. I've seen a lot of the emails. I've seen a lot of the messages. And I don't share them because I'm not trying to do that to Twitch. I do care about the platform. All the times that people say that, hey, he's a drama farmer. This is my Zapruder film, by the way, guys. It kind of is. All the times at Twitch, some staff go, oh, he's just drama farming, he's just trying to destroy and cause damage, blah, 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 blah. You guys don't fucking know the amount of shit that I know that I could put out there that I don't because I love this fucking platform. Sorry. I just get so frustrated when people have negative things to say about me in terms of Twitch staff, and they don't fucking know how much I give a shit. They don't know, and it hurts me inside to care so much about a platform that I'm seeing struggle and boy, it's by their own doing, if not by anybody else. It's not by anybody else. It's by their own doing and the decision-making that they have. It's crazy. Sorry. Okay. I had to get that off. It's been on my mind so much lately. I've had this kind of explosion in terms of, especially since the beginning of the year, it's just a lot of the overall negative sentiment towards me by some people, not all. I'm just a very select number of people who just do not like me, and that's totally fine. And they tell people that they don't like me, and that's totally fine. I don't care. Whatever your personal opinion of me is totally fine. But don't go after me in terms of my credibility, in terms of saying that, oh, he's just bad for Twitch and he's trying to hurt Twitch. It's like, no. It's the opposite. It's the exact opposite. And I've tried every single time to work with them more directly, and they never respond. I can't get an email from the press people when I ask a simple question about, hey, are you guys banning Russia because of the sanctions? Or no response. Shut up. They'll be quiet. Anyways, all that is to say is that these things have been on my mind a lot more recently than usual, because since the beginning of the year, they can't necessarily take out that anger and frustration on who the decision makers are. And so it's easier to come after me. And I get that, and I'm okay with it. And I'm trying to live with it. But sometimes it does get to me. And so I just want to talk about it here. Sorry, guys. I just had a blackout moment, and I had to get through that. Hi, Flexi. How are you? Hi, Art Man. Hi, Kate. Hi, Shiraz. Shiraz, what's that clip of you showing it? Whatever. I'm not even going to say it. If there negative things to say about you, well, I appreciate it, Candy. I appreciate it. Are you okay? I'm doing great. Too sensitive. Yeah. There's a clip of you, Shiraz, and you're talking about how you're going to show something that would probably get you banned on Twitch unless you had the sexual... Oh, yeah, I think you do have the sexual themes tag on it. Anyways, I know I'm speaking to an insider crowd here, but, you know... It is what it is. There's no other place that I can speak, right? Like I can't just jump into like the Twitch Slack and just be like, "Hey, you guys are," like I can't defend myself in that way. And so the only place I can do it is here. I'm not going to make a thing on Twitter. It's only going to be here in the Discord. So, but sometimes I do feel like I want to say things and stand up for myself a little bit, because I don't think I'm the asshole that some people think that I am. But it is what it is. This is how Zach becomes Alex Jones Twitch. I could. I've seen the documents, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen the
You have nothing. If you have dark on dark, you basically have nothing. You know, it's like in life. Got to have a little sadness once in a while, so you know when the good times come.
I can show you my pussy.
I'm waiting on the good times now.
She has golden retriever vibes. Okay. Hi, First Necron. How are you? It was cause showing off her cat. Yeah. That was a whole bunch of a whole bunch of audio all at once that all kind of somewhat work together. Beat the devil out of it. Twitch takes a cut of these payments, and internal projections forecast that if the trend continues, the platform could shed nearly $250 million in revenue by the end of 2025. The turn of the frog scale, that's right. The company said overall, by the way, never mind. How about a nice 10-minute video for the rest of the stream? No, actually, believe it or not, but I actually, that blackout right there in terms of talking about things actually comes from a place of goodness, rather than it being negative and hateful, even though I get fired up about it. But it still feels good. It feels good to just openly talk about some things that are in my head and go, hey, you know, I don't have to keep everything bottled up all the time, is basically what I'm saying. The company said overall commerce revenue is continuing to grow year over year. Twitch's advertising sales have plateaued since the pandemic ended, according to the document, and people familiar with the matter. They got worse because of the fact that they decided to put nudity, artistic nudity, out there as an option for people to create. And so we saw massive penises and supermassive breasts all over Twitch in the art section and just chatting section. And advertisers were not too thrilled with that, especially considering it was something that they decided to do rather than it being like a creator-led initiative in terms of being, hey, all of a sudden we have, for example, the hot tub meta, which evolved over time. That was a creator-led initiative, and Twitch had to react to it and try to hide it or limit it or put it in places that would not be as detrimental to advertisers. The change to sexual to nudity was a Twitch-led decision, which, unlike the one that you can kind of blame away as like, oh yeah, our creators push the line and we have to kind of constantly get them back on track and set new guidelines because they interpret things in bad ways. This was one that they couldn't blame creators for. Every single person went, you thought having artistic nudity would be a good idea on a platform of live content. And that made them question the decision-making at Twitch, not the decision-making of creators creating the content. Hi, Hyperbeast. So, yeah. That is a therapist for Zach. Not now, Chief. He's in the fucking zone. As long as you're fine, I'm doing great. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. I'm in a very good place. All those high controls, drawing porn and calling it artistic nudity, like the Statue of David people, the painting of Venus. Yeah, but Chiraz, you can't just open up, say, yeah, artistic nudity is okay, because everybody's interpretation of art is different. I'll tell you what's art. This, I don't think, is art. People love that goddamn painting of this mid lady. I think it's very average. I think it's like, it's an okay image. It's not great. The background kind of sucks. Was she in a quicksand? What's going on here? I don't think that's art. This, though, I go, yeah, that's art. That's some art that I like. Yeah, Mona Lisa, she's mid. Hi, Audrey. Yeah, mid Elisa. Exactly, Ellie. Ellie gets it. This, not art. Sorry, it looks like AI. It's not art. Even though it probably is. But not art. This, art. I think that's art. Even though it's a print. I like that. And so that's why I say is that the interpretation of art is going to be different than it is for many other people. Right? Everyone's going to have a different interpretation of what artistic nudity is. You can't leave that up to the beholder on a platform like Twitch. You can, in general society, say what art is in the eye of the beholder, 100%, but not on Twitch. You can't trust creators because they're going to. You already know. You already know. You have so much history. You already know. People have different interpretations of TOS as a whole. That's true. That is true. What about MC Escher? MC Escher is not art. MC Escher is the old style equivalent of like a Where's Waldo puzzle or thing, where you're trying to figure out where the hell is that guy, and you're like following the paths on the staircase and trying to figure it out. It's like a maze. That's not art though. Not art. Twitch's advertising sales have plateaued since the pandemic ended, according to, Nickelback is not art. Yeah, Where's Waldo? You know what, Where's Waldo? Why is everything so small? Heard that many times. Yeah, where is it? Look at this. Where is Waldo in all of this? And you gotta find him. You gotta figure out where the hell he is. I don't see him. The same idea. Same idea. Next newest content, Art or Crap with Zach Bussey. Creed? I think that's art. I think that's art. Especially that Super Bowl performance right after 9/11. That healed me. That was the moment where I was just like, hey, I think it's all going to be okay. I think it's all going to be okay.
Today, the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League present an American holiday tradition. Time when giving
from the life I live when I'm away.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Overall, the platform is the 18th largest source of U.S. web traffic, down from the 4th in 2014 when Amazon bought it. According to network analytics and security from Nokia Deepfield. Nokia's still around? Web traffic is a measure of bandwidth used by the site. Ooh, interesting, because they do use a lot of bandwidth. Last year, Twitch's longtime CEO and co-founder Emmett Shear left the company and was succeeded by Clancy, formerly an executive at Google and Nextdoor. Clancy joined Twitch as president in 2019 before taking the reins from Shear. In a State of Twitch memo issued to employees in May, Clancy listed improving the platform's mobile experience to drive shorter and more frequent user sessions as a critical goal. Reflective of that plan, Twitch introduced a different look to its mobile app to a small subset of creators in May with new features, including a so-called discovery feed that is filled with short snippets from creator live streams, except it's not. It's actually filled with live streams, and there is an option to switch to short snippets. The company said it plans to release its new app, its first redesign since 2019, to all users this year. In fact, it's out now. That's not it. It's out now. It's out now. Guys, download it. To be fair, sometimes lip syncing isn't the choice of the band. That's fair. Also, with a song like Creed, you wouldn't inherently want it to be you wouldn't want it to be sung live. The value in that song is the recording. Hi, Johan. I've exited the app about 50 times already from swiping left from the new homepage. Yeah, I've heard that a lot, Johan. They've changed the overall experience dramatically. Yeah, it's gonna take some time to undo or to fix the damage in doing so, and for people's behaviors to change. Hi, Miss L, how are you? Employees have criticized Clancy for his work trips to meet Twitch creators around the world and host live streams from various locations as the company is laying off employees and saying it remains unprofitable. Now, this might be the nice things that people are complaining about that they're okay with telling a journalist. Because there's a lot more things that people complain about. But anyways, it is what it is. We'll leave it there. I'm not going to share more than that. In a June email to employees viewed by the Journal, Clancy defended his actions and included the itinerary of his European trip with stops in France, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Each one included medium-sized dinners with creators. There's actually video footage of one of those dinners. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Where is that video footage? Somebody sneakingly took it while the dinner was going on. Yeah, here it is. This is one of the dinners. I guess it was a liquid dinner that they were having. This is a girl dinner, but this is CEO dinner. This is CEO dinner. Like girl dinner, but CEO dinner. I like that the security are trying to get them the hell out of there, because I think they're pressing against the DJ booth. Anyways, all right, fair enough. He's a legend, yeah. How is this real? Spiking them drinks. I've literally only ever seen this man partying. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hi, Hazard. Now he knows what it's like to be black at a standard convention. Oh, boy. Jeez. For those who don't know, Slashy's referencing something that Clancy had said earlier in the day when he was talking to creators. He was saying that by being one of the fewer white people, he understands now what it's like to be black at a regular convention. It's a position. It's a position. Anyways. See, all of this, by the way, all this stuff would be crazy if you just said it. If you hadn't like seen the VODs, if you hadn't seen the clips, you would just be like, "Oh, that's a story, right?" Like you're just making that up. Well, no, you can't make that. You can't really make that up. If I was running a manufacturing company, I would be meeting with the companies that provide us raw materials, as well as the companies that we sold our widgets to, Clancy wrote in an email. Our streamers serve a similar role to Twitch. I will say, in general, my feeling is that I actually agree with him. I actually think that him doing the press tour in the first year of him being CEO was the right idea. I think that was the right idea to do. And I even wrote an article saying that he's doing all the things right. Early on, when he was going in and meeting with creators, when he was originally became CEO. Where was that? Did I just pass it? No. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, subscribe to my newsletter. Yeah, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy is doing the small things. And then talking about communication and meeting people, and he's doing all these things that he should be doing. And so I actually don't take an issue with his travels, or at least the initial travels. The inherent problem now, I think, that Dan has is that, and somebody said this perfectly in a Reddit thread, where they said that Twitch is in wartime and they need a wartime CEO. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Dan Clancy is the wartime CEO. He's still doing these travels. He's still hanging out with creators. He's still popping bottles and having a great time, living his best life. I mean, I give him credit. It's, you know, if you're given the company credit card to be able to do whatever the hell you want, seems like a good thing to do, to go spend your time with creators. I mean, there's no inherent downside to doing so from the creator's perspective. Creators love him. Creators are big fans. But at the same time, it's a kind of thing that, you know, Twitch is also... Here's the question I have, right? Or here's the business question I have. If your platform is not financially viable, it's not making money, it's hemorrhaging people who your top supporters are no longer spending, the ad situation's getting weird, there's too many ads on platform. If those things are all happening, how does meeting creators, how is it moving the needle, right? Like, everybody knows who Dan Clancy is now. Everybody knows him. How does meeting creators now move the needle positively for the business? It doesn't. It doesn't do that. And it's not doing that anymore. Yeah, you're insane, Johan. You're insane. But again, you have a cult-like following, so it's a little bit different for you. So that would be my big question, is that since Dan Clancy has taken over, we're on the downside here. Things are not going well. And so instead of meeting with creators, he should perhaps be knocking on the doors of advertisers and shaking hands and saying, hey, or businesses or whatever. And maybe he is doing that too, and we just don't see that, right? But the meeting with creators, I don't know that his PR can get any better. He's already at the top of his game in terms of the perception of him. He's best friends with Ms. Kiff. He's given the reins of Twitch's banning department to Hassan. That's a joke. But I don't know what more there is to gain. Once you have diminishing returns is exactly right. If you have a box of donuts and you eat one of them, it's delicious. It's amazing. But if you have 2 donuts, it's pretty good. It may even be great. It may be even better than the first, because now you had 2 donuts. But now that you've had 3 donuts, ooh, okay, now you're having diminishing returns. A little bit less joyful. You have 4 donuts, now you're going to have a stomach ache. It's starting to get a little bit much. And my concern is that I think that we're at the 4 donut point here. He's already done enough PR where everybody knows him. I just don't see it as being anything beneficial to the company to continue doing so. Let me answer this phone call real quick. Jake, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 2 months and for the 15 bits. I appreciate it, Jake. Jake, how you doing? Jake, have you did you get M60 on your stream yet? How big a box you got though? 24 count. Anyways, all that is to say is that I think that Dan Clancy made the right decision by going and meeting creators. I think that he should have jam-packed the first year of his tenure as CEO in doing so. But now I think that he should probably buckle down and start leading the team, because there's obviously some issues at home. So the war abroad is won. Now you got to win the war at home.
Zach loves M60.
It's true, I do, Jake. It's true. M60 is near and dear to my heart. He's a very unique creator who I wish nothing but the best for him. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. It was Dan on the line? Yeah. Yeah. You win the award for fastest phone calls? Well, thank you. It's how I like to keep them. Get on the phone, get it done as quickly as possible. Philosophy for life. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, if we were running a manufacturing company, I would be meeting with the companies that provide us raw materials. Marcus, what are you doing? I agree with that. Ooh, there's comments? Uh-oh. I didn't know there was comments. Our water is not running, so I have to go and find food. Ellie, you should always... See, by the way, Ellie, this is why I think that everybody should... You should have, like, a week's worth of water stored. Interchange it every single month. Get a container with some water sealed in a dark room underneath your sink or something, so that when you run into a situation with your water not running... How do you live without water? Prepper Zaddy, exactly 100% right. After this, Ellie, no more bits. Instead of giving me bits or subscribing to this channel, you're going to wait 3 months, save the $15, and then buy yourself a little aquatainer.
Thanks for gifting a sub.
Oh, yeah, aquatainer, yeah. It looks like this. A little 26 liter. You can even get a smaller one. Yeah, like one of these. And then you have a source of some water in case your water goes out. Enox. Oh, God. Hi, Enox. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to Apple TV Sucks. Thank you. Who's got a big creek 400 feet away? Got all the water I need? Yeah, that's very lucky. Hi, Monica. That'd be nice, but remember, lots has been going on and storing water has not been part of that lots of stuff. No, I understand, Ellie. I understand. I'm just saying from my perspective, I think everybody should have a case of water around. Bottle of water. There's $1.99 at Walmart. Nestle. They're draining the oceans. They're killing the fish. But at least you'll have some water at home. I want to make a parody song of Phil Collins' Easy Lover about Zach being a speedy caller. Oh, Jesus. $1 to watch Ted and support Zach. I can't think of better spent money. Build a bunker underground. Stop being lazy. Exactly. I've always said.
Thanks for gifting a sub.
Can't. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't. Thank you very much for gifting a sub to 4 donuts. At least one case. I have one. You should too. Yeah, you should. Case of water, Walmart, USA. It probably costs less. All right, that's a little expensive. I was not expecting it to be $4 US. Why is it so expensive? Surely these prices aren't right. These are probably the shipping prices to Canada. Anyways, that's too much. Hi, man. Mangozy. Or get a life straw and stop at every dirty puddle on the way home from work. We've played this game, not IRL that biz. Yeah, okay, so first and foremost, let me just point out that the life straw is not the ideal option. You do want to go with the... what's the other one? It's 0.03 microns. Life straw alternative. Not the life straw. Sawyer. Yes, the Sawyer. The Sawyer squeeze system. Yes. That's what you want.
A new subscriber.
That's what you want. It is a much better system than the Life Straw, and it filters more water. Desert Ice, thanks so much for the 3 months. Thank you very much, Desert Ice, for the 3-month resub. For the 16-month resub for 3 months. I get you. How many Wise buckets you got? 0. Wise are trash. Don't ever buy Wise. Don't ever buy Wise. If you're going to buy anything in the survivalist, prepper, future food grade stuff, you're buying Augustin Farms or Mountain House. Mountain House is pre-done. Freeze-dried meals. Okay? You get your pouches or buckets or whatever, cans. You just add water. They're delicious. Or Augustin Farms is the actual raw ingredients for the most part. Potato slices, diced bell pepper, tomato powder. Everybody loves tomato powder. Butter powder, vegetable garden seeds, sugar and honey powder, diced carrots, peas, diced mango, sweet corn. That's the full-size stuff. No. It's the thing I got you for Christmas, exactly, and I ate it on stream. Peak Refuel are a bit pricier? Yeah, they are. Who set them off on this tangent? I have no idea. Let's read the comments. Can we get comment music? I love the Chiron during this. I mean, this is what Dan Clancy, rather than having those meals, rather than having those medium-sized dinners, he's going to have to start busting out some Mountain House pouches. Tension. I want tense music in the genre of contemporary classical, but I want it to be epic. And heavy and ponderous. Yes. Maybe not contemporary classical. Raging Fires? Perfect. Let's read these comments on the Wall Street Journal talking about Twitch. This is what happens when your core audience are middle school kids. Eventually, they move on to something else. The reality is, they pay many streamers far more than they are worth, and too many streamers believe they deserve even more from each subscriber to their channels. Twitch also carries channels that have no viewers or worse, fake channels, which embed their channels on wiki pages to create a very large viewer count without actually having anyone active watching. So none of this is really true. Let me point out, the first part, they don't do this anymore. They did, but they don't anymore. This is true to some degree, and the embedding thing, sure, is partially an issue. There was a hype train going on. Twitch also has to acknowledge that more than a few of their streamers are only using the service to feed their OnlyFans. All right, so this is just an incel. We can move on from Chris Ho. Move on. Fia Moore says, I forgot Twitch even existed and forgot what it did. Why spend your time commenting if you forgot it? Tom Ferguson, 38 male, who's evidently looking at this as a dating app, hoping that 32 to 36F will reply. Could be fun. I've been a gamer in some respect since high school. I only use Twitch to watch the World of Warcraft Race to Worlds First, which happens twice, maybe 3 times a year. Aside from that, Twitch is nothing I am interested in viewing. Most of the other video game related content I consume is guides or reviews. Twitch has almost no mechanism for finding these sorts of videos. What's worse is that a lot of these streamers make guides and reviews, but they go on YouTube instead of Twitch. Twitch needs to take the video game guide and review market away from YouTube. Gamers will likely support them because gamers hate YouTube for video game streaming. Twitch needs to be the one-stop shop for gamers. I'm going to stop the music. AJ Thamaman says this article isn't the best. It does not mention that Amazon primarily bought Twitch for IVS, an AWS live streaming product. It also does not include any profitability measures or estimates. I understand that these are hard or impossible to get, but the article would have had novelty instead of just explaining what Twitch is. Okay. People can't see something on the internet and not comment. It's legal. That is true. David Gregory, who is older than me for sure. Thank God. YouTube is better and is free, and you can tolerate if you can tolerate commercials. I pay to be rid of them. Okay. The Lob says 700,000 viewers sounds impressive until you learn that the top YouTube creators often generate hundreds of millions of views within days of posting new content. Yeah, but they're not watching live. And also that 700 viewers isn't that's like the peak number of live viewers, not the total number of viewers. Kai's stream probably had 5 million people total views in that regard. It's just people watch for a lot longer. It's better and free if you can tolerate commercials. I pay for it, yeah. Brandon Worth says this is what happens when you charge the content creators extremely high fees while also making it very hard for creators to drive more traffic. They leave and go to more competitive markets so they can grow their business and make more money. You think a large business would know how to run a business better, but they drove Twitch to the ground. It doesn't seem that anybody really knows what Twitch is and are just making comments about what Twitch is and how to operate Twitch. I will say that it is difficult. Even when I armchair quarterback what Twitch should be doing, at the time that I'm saying things, I'm going based upon what I think is right. More often than not, seems to be turning out to be accurate. But still, you make the best decision that you have given the information that you're working with. Twitch just seems to ignore some of that information sometimes. Alan Reyes says the Silicon Valley profitability problem is caused by backwards type of capitalization of startups. Microsoft and Apple started as garage businesses, squeezing every penny. Profitability and survival was always vital thought. Yeah, so I agree with this one.
Bridgeboy35 asked me, what is Twitch using Star Wars phrasing? Twitch, the once mighty bastion of streaming supremacy,
once mighty
on the edge of a digital abyss.
Oh no!
Once hailed as the empire of live gameplay and quirky content, its golden era now faces an encroaching darkness.
Kind of true. Very
besieged by the rebel forces of YouTube and the TikTok collective, will our streaming protagonist find a way to restore balance, or shall it crumble under its own bloated infrastructure? The future is clouded indeed.
Indeed. No disagreement there. Thank you, Bridge Boy. The culture but when these niches startups begin by getting venture capital money, they problem with golden coffee machines and $1,000 office chairs, which is a pretty standard price. That's actually cheap for an office chair, to be honest with you. I bought this one used for $600. They're not cheap. The culture problem is real and established at the start. Why work hard and care about costs when there's a VC sugar daddy paying? It's also the reason that Silicon Valley has a bizarre socialism where politically they see, I don't care. If I were running a manufacturing company, I would be fired. Amazon can make ridiculous business decisions. Harmon these Carters. Oh, God damn it. And pay them with market dominance in e-commerce, cloud services, voice AI, audiobooks, and distribution decisions. What sticks is what matters. In a time in which video games are very cheap or even free, it's amazing that people will actually waste their time and money on video games for hours each day. See, this is the thing that I think is terrible for Twitch from the very beginning. And it's also what made Twitch successful was the focus on video games. I kind of have two weird thoughts here. If Twitch itself I'm going to sound like every incel ever. If Twitch itself hadn't pivoted away from video games, it would have had a relatively low ceiling, but the mission statement is clear. Right? So they wouldn't have, you're not going to be a massive corporation that grows endlessly and brings in a whole bunch of different people, but their overall market is very, very, very clearly defined. There's a bigger market, and that's why Twitch should target it for non-gaming content. But the problem is that they're at that weird point of still being assumed as the video game platform. And even this article describes it fully as a video game platform. But their only chance of actually gaining content that is way more monetizable is non-gaming content. Like, video game content has a market, it's defined, it's limited, and it's edgy. Video game marketing is as a category on Twitch has been somewhat limited. It is a smaller niche overall, and the CPM rates are, or sorry, it's a bigger niche, but the CPM rates are lower. People spend less money on video game content because it's just a little bit more of an edgier format. But things like finance, things like lifestyle, things like fashion, beauty, those are all much more and better monetized in terms of advertising. The rates are much higher, especially if you're doing financial content, but they don't have the reputation of having that. Like Stock Guy's ads, his ad rate should be so much higher than it actually is, but he doesn't get financial ads on his stream other than when he works directly with a brand like Coinbase or whatever. So that's one of those interesting things of Twitch. Ironically, Twitch would probably historically have been better sticking only to gaming, but that would have limited their overall market access and potential for growth. And ultimately, if you're a corporation, why would you limit yourself that way? So not actually the right idea in terms of growing to a mass market. But now they're in a kind of a weird spot where everybody just assumes that there are video games, and so they haven't been able to break out of that. And hopefully things like the creator clubs and IRL and gaming, they even talked about it in the article, those niches do end up experiencing growth, and they're able to actually market those better and put different ads into those categories. I think the reason why non-gaming content is profitable on Twitch is because gamers don't have much non-gaming in their lives, so they compensate watching that type of content. Maybe. Again, it's just a matter of CPM rates, at least for ads, for gaming content. $250, $455. This is just a random article. I have no idea what the value is of this. I have no idea if it's accurate or not. Gaming, $455. Digital marketing finance, lower bound, $14.55. High upper bound, $36. 36. Short content, 1 cent. People and blogs, so IRL kind of stuff, $3.50. Education, $5. $2.50. Anyways, it's just one of those things that is kind of an interesting question of, it's a what if question. It's not realistic. They should go for a wider market. They made the right call in that regard. But it would be easier to define. It's like with the WWE when Vince McMahon tried to market WWE as sports entertainment. When advertisers decided to trash wrestling, it was wrestling. And it's actually burned WWE's ad rates, and they lost hard. Vince tried to brand them away from wrestling because wrestling as a brand gave them shit advertising. Is that similar to Twitch at all? Kind of. Are YouTube stream ads category based like videos? Yes, they are, Nathan. Yeah. The overall, again, the ad targeting is certainly better on YouTube, and so if you are doing, and you actually categorize your content on Twitch, or sorry, on YouTube in terms of what it actually is, and you'll get slightly different. You'll get a different kind of ad. That's not their only indicator, right? Like they don't make all the decisions based upon the category you put yourself into, but it is one of the things that does. They do have an ability to target based upon that. Video games are not a good category for advertising rates, right? So that's kind of the interesting thing of Twitch, but maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow in terms of this comment. Video games are not a good category for advertising rates. They can be, but it's certainly less ideal than a lot of other categories. I think there's a kind of an interesting conversation we could spawn off of that. But with that, though, guys, I do have to wrap up here for today. I unfortunately do have to wrap up. We're not done reading the comments, so that's how we'll start tomorrow's stream. And the reason why we're going to start the tomorrow stream is by looking at this is because at the same time, I also want to read this article by Business Insider. Does Amazon's Twitch have a Twitch problem or a live streaming problem? And it asked some interesting questions, and they got some sort of expert to answer them. I haven't read through it fully, but it seemed intriguing. So we'll take a look at that one. And then also we have to take a look at this man who has $50,000 in debt. Take a look at the new Twitch app, 13 years of YouTube knowledge in 46 minutes, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Damn, there's so many things to talk about. By the way, Thursday...
Did your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically for you?
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering a question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and I'll fix it.
What was I saying? Thanks for the stream, Sharaz. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you guys aren't following the YouTube channel, go follow the YouTube channel. You can get all the VODs there. You can watch the VODs back. You can get some other streams if you just want to help me farm ad revenue. Do it on YouTube. Why not? Put it in the background. Hi, Catherine. I think you're wrapping up. I am wrapping up. But yeah, I do want to thank you guys all for being here very much. For the people who are on the YouTube channel, thank you for watching on YouTube. I appreciate you. 60 different people watched for an average of 18 minutes on YouTube. That's impressive. For people who are watching on Twitch, of course, thank you so much for watching. That's what I was going to say. YouTubers, God damn it, Enox. On Thursday, unless they take it away from me because they feel I've been too critical today, but on Thursday, I may be on the front page of Twitch. Again, who really knows? Maybe they just said I'll be there, and then I'm not actually going to be there. But regardless of that fact, there will be a long stream on Thursday because it is also my partner-versary. It is the 1 year within a couple days of when you guys, well, I guess technically it's a little bit longer than that, but you guys suggested that I become you guys voted for me to apply to be partner, and we got partner on August 3rd. And so, yeah, I'll stream a little bit longer on Thursday to celebrate that. And I got a whole bunch of different content planned for it. It should be a fun stream. I mean, again, if I am on the front page, they said I am going to be, but if I am on the front page, I think it'll be fun content that people will actually come to Twitch and be like, oh, this isn't gaming content. This is interactive entertainment and talk and news and I think I like this. So hopefully there's a whole bunch of new people who have never been on Twitch before that stumble upon it for the first time and they're like, wow, this is not what I expected from Twitch. Nothing against all you gamers, by the way. Nothing at all against any of you guys. You guys are doing great. But trying to grow a different category here with Twitch. Trying to grow we're trying to get more people into this space. Everyone will join Twitch just because they saw your face. Well, I'm going to have to use my VTuber model then, because that may not inherently be the best thing for them to see first thing, especially if it's not especially in the morning. Hopefully people have had their coffee. Infotainment. Exactly, Verret. You get it. Anyways, YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Appreciate you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, YouTube viewers. Goodbye. And